J. Cole, you have to just be realistic. That's the first thing I'll say. J. Cole, you have to be realistic here because you see, I get it. I get where he's coming from because you have to understand what this was about. J. Cole never wanted to diss Kendrick. J. Cole, the man, never wanted to diss him. This was purely peer pressure and feeling the need of like, you know what, this is what I have to do to prove that I'm that dude. The fall off is coming. I am the best rapper right now. I have to do this. And J. Cole, you're right, you do have to do it. But, and that is what I'm just trying to explain to J. Cole, where I get where this comes from in the sense of like, no, I didn't want to do that. Hence why, as I'm sleeping in my spirit, I'm like, no, I don't actually feel that way. And if you don't really feel that way, you shouldn't do it. So I think J. Cole's mistake was doing it when he didn't really feel that way about Kendrick. He did it because he felt, oh, this is what I have to do. Because my friends are saying that I should do this. The rap community is saying that I should do this. Twitter, social media says, no, I have to respond. You have to respond. If you don't do it, you have to respond. Or he called you out. And you have to understand this. I'm not a fan of gangster beef where it now goes into gunplay, violence, and all that stuff. That's, for me, that's just trash. I'm a fan of healthy competition. There's nothing wrong with healthy competition. And for J. Cole, there's nothing wrong in you saying, no, I'm the best. And this is why I'm the best. And this is why I am better than you. Kendrick proves to me why you're better than me. Because for me, people may agree or disagree. In 2024, right now, I believe J. Cole is the better rapper. J. Cole's off-season, that was better than Mr. Morale. That was better than Certified Lover Boy. That was the best rap album that when he released from the big three, big four, whatsoever. So J. Cole has proven as of right now he is the best rapper. Because I'm sorry, Kendrick's Mr. Morale, as I've said before, that was not a good album. That was not a good album. And for J. Cole, stand on business and saying that, like, no, Mr. Morale wasn't good. It was tragic. It fell off. So there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I can understand why people are angry with J. Cole. I see, because I get both sides. I get people's anger from J. Cole because people are desperate to see a beef and a war. Now, anybody wanting this to be like, oh, let's get violence, you're being stupid. But in terms of keep it on paper, pen and paper, it's great. Because there is a debate of like, who is better, J. Cole or Kendrick? Drake is not in the conversation. As of right now, in terms of who is the best rapper right now, it is Kendrick or J. Cole. And if it's like sports. Nobody wants to be number two in sports. You want to be number one. If you're playing tennis, Federer and Nadal, they're not playing to be number two. They're not playing to compete. They're playing to be number one. They want to be the best. Serena was trying to beat the living crap out of anybody across the coast. She wanted to be the best. So, boxing, I don't want it to be a draw. I want to beat you. I either want to knock you out or I want to win. So for J. Cole, J. Cole definitely wants to believe, if you're a true rapper, that I am the best, and this is why I'm the best. If Kendrick comes and says that, no, there is no big three, it's me, I'm number one, it is pure rap and hip hop to be like, no, you're not number one, I'm number one. And this is why I am number one. So, because see, I've always felt that the Kendrick diss, I didn't feel warranted. It did. But the type of response, see, I think J. Cole's response was fine. You see, people say, oh no, he should have gone ahead. No. Kendrick was like, no, I'm number one. So your response isn't to get personal or to not get abusive. If Kendrick says, no, I'm number one, there's no big three, your response should be, no, you're not number one, I'm number one, and this is why I'm number one. So I think, look, people are disappointed because people thought this could be a really good back and forth. I don't know what the hell Drake is going to do. But I just think for J. Cole, I get, because you've got to live in your truth. I'm sorry, you have to live in your truth. You can hate him all you want. You have to live in your truth and what your honesty is, which is that, no, this is not how I truly feel. Like, the worst thing is to be fake. Like, yeah, man, I really hate Kendrick when, I really do not. So he's being real. So, but all I'll say though for J. Cole is there is nothing wrong in you saying that, yo, Kendrick, you're not number one, bro. And because for J. Cole, this is your time. For such a long time, as he said, you have stood behind Kendrick. And Kendrick has been the guy where the lights have been shining on him. Right now, the light's now shining on you, where people are now saying, wait a minute. Because when Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp a Butterfly, Damn. There was J. Cole wasn't even in discussion, bro. And he knew it. If it was not even in discussion, Kendrick was merely number one. And now Cole is now evolving as a rapper. He's coming into his own. Mr. Morale was trash. Off Season was a damn good album. And now you're building up to the fall off. Might Delete It was a pretty good semi project. So now you're like, bro, the light is now shining upon me. Let me now take this moment. And I think, and Kendrick, he said that because Kendrick knew that Mr. Morale did not hit. And Kendrick was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to lose the number one spot. This is all healthy competition for who is number one. Kendrick's is like, no, I don't care. Even if Mr. Morale was trash and it didn't hit, this is why I'm still number one, because my catalog is still amazing, which it is. Drake and J. Cole, you cannot compete with Kendrick's catalog. You can't. Those three albums, Good Kid, Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn, Drake and J. Cole have not made albums that good, and they never will. They'll never make three albums that good, never. But the thing about rap is you've always got to be relevant. This is why J. Cole's line about how, bro, you show up like every 30 months, bro. You show up every 30 months and then you're gone. So I understand it. I get it. I get it from J. Cole. But J. Cole, there is nothing wrong with fighting for your position, because that is rap. That is rap. There is nothing wrong in saying that. No, I'm not trying to get personal. I'm not trying to, but I'm sorry, Kendrick, I'm number one. It's my time now. It is my time now. And that whole thing, because basically it's sports. It's the best thing I can relate it to is like sports. When we play sports, we want to be number one. We want to win the World Cup. We want to win the Champions League. We want to win the US Open. We want to win Wimbledon. We want to win the NBA playoffs. We don't want to come second or come third. We don't want to compete. We want to be the best. And there can't be two captains. There can't be the two generals. There can't be two number ones. There's a number one, a number two, a number three. So there's not, let's both share number one. No, that's why it's called number one, because it is solitary. There is only one number one. And for J. Cole, this is your time. This is your time. This is what you've been working towards, where finally I'm not in anyone's shadow. I'm not looking up at anyone. I'm now looking down at everyone. I'm looking down at everyone. So now my thing is, Kendrick, just release it like a big ass diss. What I want from Kendrick is, Kendrick, come on, release a big ass diss. But the thing with Kendrick knows that, and that again, because J. Cole said a lot of stuff, because he was like, bro, you live in a constant facade of like, oh, he's so mysterious, Kendrick, when is he gonna drop? Man, Kendrick, this is rap. Tupac, you could meet Tupac any day of the week. Tupac wasn't hiding behind a facade of like, oh, I'm so mysterious and I'm putting out cryptic messages. There's nothing cryptic about Tupac. Was like, I am here, I'm there. Interview me, I will tell you straight to your face. So for Kendrick, get outside, be relevant, because I'm sorry, as of right now, you can say whatever you want, bro. I can't. If Mr. Morale was a great album, hey, do your thing. But because Mr. Morale, in my view, was trash, I'm sorry. This whole thing of I am very mysterious and I'm a mystic guy, no. Rap is about what have you done for me lately? Unless you drop an Illmatic. But even when he dropped an Illmatic, and even when he dropped, and it was rewritten, when it was called out, we got Ether. And we all know what happened now since then. So, in rap, you've always got to be relevant. It's about not what you did like 5 or 6 years ago. What did you do for me yesterday, this week? So, Kendrick, you can't just stand on, hey, look at my catalog. You've always got to be relevant. You've always got to be relevant. As I said, I've always said, Kendrick is the best artist. He's made the best albums. And J. Cole is to prove that you can make an album as good as Kendrick's, so Cole, man, you can, come on, Cole, you can't, bro. Because again, like, as people say, you can't call yourself, I'm the best rap, I'm the best guy. Now, because it won't hit the same. If you say, I'm the best rapper alive, it doesn't hit the same when you've pulled back like this, bro. Come on.